Last episode, we ran into an injury crisis, but Academy star Yigal Brook took the step up into the first team to lead the line and get us back on track. What's going on? Respect the Jeff here. I am back with Schalke. Sorry for the time off. I needed it to get this online career mode Super League set up with some of the other YouTubers, but we are returning, and we are returning to a bit of a crisis here. Hawkins, Chandan, Çalhanoğlu, all out injured. Huntelaar maybe coming back from injury, but not quite match ready just yet. So this is what we got to deal with right now. It is deadline day. We could possibly make signings. We still have $2 million to spend, but the problem is not too many players want to make the move down here to the German 3rd Division, and with some of the players coming back from injury, I don't want to sign anyone who's going to block their return into the first team because we do have a good first team. Some of the other options we have are in the academy. Like I mentioned before, these are all real players in the real life Schalke Youth Academy, so we could be promoting some of them, maybe see some more cameos as we go. That would be a lot of fun. But we return right now to the German Cup. We made it to the quarterfinals. I don't know how we've snuck through this far, but it's been a great run so far. We are looking to keep that up. Can we make it to the semis? Only time will tell, but like I said, not a bad start to the season here in terms of the Cup and our performance in the league, and we'll be looking to make sure that stays alive. Alright, so first game back, and it's a big one. We're in the Cup, and we are through to the semis. If we can sneak our way through this one, it won't be an easy matchup, but the team have been in pretty decent form recently despite the injuries. I'm hoping we can keep that up here. Yigal Brook starts up top again with our real lack of striking options. Huntelaar and Chandan both still out injured. Let's see if he can make the difference here. Yigal Brook fighting his way through that back line. Doesn't quite come off, but some good early signs there. Schalke on the back foot defending now as Chaw gets sent the wrong way. Chance in behind, straight at Himmelman. Couldn't trouble the goalkeeper too much, and we hang on here about 15 minutes into the match. Some good build-up play from the team here. Theo Jaggi looking up forwards there, and Brook sends that one out of play for Sane, who gets the start out on the right-hand side. Still really looking to impress. He's one of our more promising youngsters, but just hasn't been able to step up this season. And we might have a problem on our hands here as Alou looks to close it down in the back line. We do so, sending it wide here, and we're hanging on here 30 minutes into the match. It's been pretty even between the two teams so far. We'll be hoping, obviously, we can get the better of them. Coming into the second half here, another chance in behind, and Sidi Sane gets a boot to that one. Not bad at all. He's at least working hard if he's not having too much end product. He's still so young, and I'm confident that he's a player that will come good for us eventually. We just got to give him the time. For the time being, though, we have some more experienced players who we're looking to step up in the meantime. Oaks, the new signing, puts a dangerous ball in there, looking for the head of Brook. Can't quite find him, but play is recycled here. It's impatient, working it around here outside the box. Bozdogan finds Brook, who lays it off again, still looking for a way through here. Jaggi finds the outlet in Oaks, who puts another cross in, looking at the back post for Sane. Is out of play there. Schalke some decent opportunities, and we are defending well, keeping chances to a minimum from a team that on paper should probably be better than us, but the chance eventually falls to their feet. Some good passing sequences in the box, sees them grab the opening goal of the game 60 minutes in. Things not looking great for us at this point. We need to find a goal and find it quick if we want to see this at least through to extra time, if not squeak our way through somehow to the semifinals here. But only time will tell if we're able to pull that off or not. We got to make sure we don't concede more. In the meantime, another ball over the top here as we find ourselves on the back foot trying to push numbers forward, and another ball finds its way into Himmelman, who's out there to grab it. Bozdogan looking for a way into the box here. Yigal Brook, touch into space off the post. Well, how unlucky is that? Yigal Brook found just that extra little bit of space in the box and got the shot off, but unfortunately for us, it is off the crossbar. Back into play here. Only 5 minutes left. Not a whole lot of time left as we hang on here late in the match. Hopefully we don't concede a second, and we're getting a little frustrated with the possession of the ball here. I had competitor mode on, and it drives me crazy sometimes, the way that they just pass the ball around. So we're trying to get it out here. Time, regardless, is going to end up winding down. I don't think we have enough for a counterattack. We just have to make sure we don't concede a second. So there you have it, ball poked away, 90 minutes gone, and unfortunately for us, that is a loss. We're not going through to the next round of the Cup. Good performance nonetheless, like I said, against a better team, probably to be expected. So we keep our heads up, and we move on now. All right, well, taking a look at that, we are out of the quarterfinals. Bayern going through, some big teams left in the competition, some surprise ones as well, but our focus now is back in here on the league. 22 games played. We're still in second place, still in very good shape. 5 games to round out the rest of this month. We'll tear through them all in this episode as I'm starting to fit more into each episode here. Without further ado, let's get straight back to league action here. All right, here we go. We return to the league, which is really our focus, despite the decent run in the cup this season. Obviously, our far and away top priority here is getting promoted back to the German second division and eventually back to the first tier of Bundesliga as well. But that will have to come after our first promotion here. We got to make sure that that happens this season. It would be devastating if we couldn't pull it off. Himmelman now one-on-one with the striker who has a shot in on goal. We find ourselves on the back foot early here in the match. A bunch of chances coming in, and we are clinging on. Defensively has not been as good since Hawkins was left out with injury, and another chance off the post there, and we are looking a little desperate at times despite the new signings. Kierhoff and Oaks, I mean, both solid players, and I'm still definitely happy we signed them, but it's definitely been a step down in the quality that we've come to expect between Hawkins and Çalhanoğlu, who are probably two of our standout performers out of the back four. We had the best defense in the league, I mean, still do really, but thanks to their absence, it definitely has not been as good in recent game weeks. And things offensively not looking quite as smooth either since Candan and Huntelaar have both been out. Egal Brook definitely making a run in the side and looking threatening, but being so young and relatively low rated in the game, he's not really the player that we need to step up and lead the entire team. More a player who I think will be important in future seasons, but he's been a solid addition so far and working hard. There he goes, winning the ball back again, tries to take his man on one-on-one, not too far out the other side. His pace is always going to be a threat up top, Brook, and as he gets more experienced and just a little older and his finishing develops a bit, he is going to be a monster in game. I'm sure of that. But the chances right now just aren't falling to us. 49 minutes gone, neither team yet to score. Not looking ideal for us, but really all season long we've had so many 1-0 wins that all it's going to take is one goal here if our defense can hang on. Another ball sent out wide, but it's just not quite coming off here for Schalke tonight. Shaw now playing out of the back line. Pretty good with the ball for a center back, and he finds his way up top now. Merjan sending through Brook, who uses his pace to get inside, cuts it back. Merjan finishes. Lovely goal from Schalke, and there you have it. We found our goal. Now we just got to hang on. Merjan coming on as a substitute, and it's been really good stuff here from the central midfielder this year. Definitely not one of our starting players consistently, but a great option to have coming off the bench, and he's another one, I mean, honestly, along with most of the squad, who can develop plenty over the next couple of seasons. We have so much good young talent on our hands, and hopefully it's enough to carry us through tonight and this match, let alone the rest of the season or the seasons ahead of us, but we have to make sure we keep a clean sheet here if we want to come away with a win. Oaks with a good challenge in the box. A little iffy there, and if it was a penalty or not, but we'll take it. Ambrose sees that one out, but we are coming on under fire here. Shaw sending in a last-ditch tackle to see that chance out, and with 15 minutes remaining, scratch that 5 now with this latest highlight. All we have to do is hang on, and it's off the post. The clearance turns into a slide tackle as we desperately look to keep this one out. Only chance, or only time rather, for maybe one more chance in this game. We have to make sure it's not on our end again. Kierhoff doing really well, and again off the post. Well, we've gotten away with this one. If we see this game out, it's going to be with a bit of luck on our end, that's for sure. Continued pressure here as time winds down. 92 minutes gone. Ball out wide, and in the center now, Kierhoff, right place, right time, send it out of play. There you have it. We've hung on, and we get the 3 points. A hard-fought 3 points at that. We grabbed our goal. We kept the clean sheet. Some good perseverance from the team. Definitely some warning signs it was not our best performance, and hopefully it won't be a sign of bad things to come. All right, well, the games don't stop here. We are back into action, like I said. 4 more league games to round out this month, and hopefully we can grab wins in most of these and keep our heads up and keep our spot up, really. We just need to make sure we stay in the top 2, or maybe 3 if we slip down a little bit, but obviously that's not going to be a goal of ours. I think we have, or should have rather, the quality to see some of these games through. Egal Brook in space has a shot saved by the goalkeeper. Lovely, lovely hands. And Egal Brook again proving he can get into threatening positions, use his pace and positioning sense. It's just his finishing and maybe passing that need a little bit of rounding out, but he is going to be a great player. Still very young like most of the rest of our squad here. Brook looking for a header there, and it's seen out by the center back. A couple decent chances inside for our striker already. We have to make sure that we're careful down at our end now. Chaw pokes that one away. Bozdogan slips it through. Skripski starting out of the wing, and he plays through Brook again, who is again through in space. Surely he'll finish. This time it's dragged just wide of the post. post. Egal Brook, well, that was his chance. One-on-one with the keeper, inches wide of the post. That was so close. One of these has got to come off. We've had a couple good chances already, but despite that, scoreline remains level. Still 0-0. Still good defending from us, though. We look very much in control of this match. Bujaleb slips through Brook again, who continually finds himself in some good amounts of space, and he's cutting inside, but it is blocked there by the center back. Coming into the second half, and now this tide's starting to turn just a little bit as the opposition dancing around in our box, and it's a sent straight through there on the goalkeeper. Himmelman keeps that one out with some good hands. It could have been a very dangerous opportunity. But despite that, the chances mounting here, headed wide this time. The opposition starting to sneak their way back into this game after 45 minutes of absolute dominance on our end, and we're just doing everything we can to get Brook involved. He's looked the most threatening up top, but another ball over the top falls to the center back this time. Ball through in behind here. They're scrambling a little bit in defense. Is he onside? Yes, a ball put across the face of goal, and Himmelman is there to grab it again. Another ball over the top, looking for space in behind. Oaks managing to just see that one out, and Alou, that's good feet by the center back there, who's done well in Hawkins' absence to really step up and show what he can do. It's been good rotation between he and Kierhoff in that center back spot next to Shaw, who is a surefire starter for this team, far and away our best defender overall this season. Slipped through now, it's Farfan in behind, chipping it up. Bujaleb, it's wide of the post. Schalke have had plenty of chances, couldn't finish any of them, but look at this, guys, a special moment. Good work from Brook, but Huntelaar is coming on. He's back from injury, and he's here to test his legs out a little bit. Let's see if he can make something happen up top with 10 minutes left. Theo Jaggi charging forwards, options ahead of him, and he finds Bujaleb, who's clean through in space. Surely this will be a goal. No! Saved by the goalkeeper. Wonderful hands to keep that one out, and it is out for a goal kick somehow. I think Farfan maybe got a touch to that. That is brutal. Should have been a goal for us for sure. Huntelaar, can we link up play here? And he sends through Jaggi, options in the middle. Another chance through. Bujaleb, chest down, lovely control, and it's over the post. No, how has that stayed out? That's two great chances for Bujaleb in the span of 5 or 10 minutes, both of them not finding their way into the back of the net here. Things not looking great for us with only 1 minute left in the box. Chance in, Himmelman, well, that's as good as a goal. Wonderful save by the goalkeeper to keep the scoreline level. He sees it out, 1 point apiece. Disappointing from us. I thought it was a good match, but unfortunately 2 points dropped, and we got to move on in the rest of these games. We have 3 more to round out the month, and we need points. We need to keep ourselves up here high on the table, and with some teams chasing us down, every point is going to count at this point of the season. All right, well, quick check-in here. We have slipped down to 3rd place, level on points with number 2, but we got to be careful to get some wins here. Let's not waste any time, though. It's straight back to action as we come back in search of a win. All right, well, we return with an away matchup this time, and hopefully it'll be enough to get us a win. I think we need it after that draw. A couple stumbling results from us, and with pressure really mounting here, a lot of teams gunning for those top 2 positions. We need to make sure that one of them will be us, and with the top place team right now sort of running away with the league, we got to be very, very careful about our chances here. Sitting back and defending deep here, a good amount of pressure here. Oaks sees that one out and is good defending. Can we launch on the counterattack now? Bozdogan got options ahead of him, and he has someone on the far side. Farfan, is he on? Yes, he's clean through in space across the face of goal. Bujaleb, easy as you like. Lovely teamwork off the counterattack. We haven't played too much counterattacking football with this team, but we have the personnel to do it when we can. Farfan, very quick. Obviously, Bujaleb, a creative force in the center of the pitch, and that is a lovely, lovely team goal. Good stuff from the team early on in the match, especially to bounce back after that disappointing game in the last match, and hopefully this is a sign of good things to come in the rest of this match, but still plenty of game left to play, so we got to make sure that we keep up the intensity here. Egal Brook waiting for a run through. No one quite ahead of him, but a clever little back heel to find Jaggi. Farfan, another back heel. Becker, option to put the ball in, and it's just headed out there by the center back. Lovely opportunity from Schalke. Not even 20 minutes in yet, we've had a bunch of good chances and a goal to show for it. But the opposition pushing in our direction now, looking for a way through. Kierhoff, good interception, but finds its way back to the feet of the striker here. Good feet, little ball over the top. Shaw trying to close down, and it's somehow sent to the far side. Volley in the back of the net. Himmelman got his hand, or maybe foot to it. Can't quite tell what the deflection was, but doesn't really matter there. It is off of him and into the back of the net. 1-1 the scoreline now, and we need another goal to pull ourselves back in front. Bozdogan in space. Numbers charging forwards, cutting it back inside. Skripski has a shot saved by the goalkeeper. And I just can't help but feel like there's some sort of cutting edge missing from our offense. We don't have that player who could step up and score the important goals right now. I'm hoping, obviously, we have a future player in Egal Brook who can do that, but it's a lot of responsibility to place on a young striker right now. Chandan was sort of our man when he was fit, but unfortunately for us, his absence has left us scrambling up top. Huntelaar still not really match ready enough to start these matches. He came out as a sub in the last one, but I just don't feel like he has the legs right now to be leading the line for us. Another chance in through, and somehow it's gone wide. We got away with one there. Easily could have been a goal. Chaw sliding in with a really crunching tackle there, and we are barely keeping away the threat up top on our end. But Farfan now, another counterattack maybe shaping up, looking for options. But options are few and far between right now. Farfan eventually finds the feet of Bujaleb. It slipped through. Skripski taking his man on, cuts inside. Oh, what a goal. Steven Skripski, well, he eventually got it. He's come under a ton of fire recently. If you guys remember in the last episode, tons of articles written about him not scoring, not really being up to form, the expectations placed on him, and finally he has delivered with a goal to take us in front and hopefully go on to win. Still a lot of time left to play, so I won't get ahead of myself here, but really good performance so far. He's worked his tail off. He's running all over the pitch. He's creating chances, and it's not really coming together for him in terms of goals or assists, but I do back the player a lot, and he's obviously still getting the starts, so our trust is fully in the man up top. Farfan looking to slip through another player. Bujaleb, the touch let him down just a little bit, but he makes up for it there with a tackle. 25 minutes left. We got to make sure that we are able to stay in front here. Some really good footwork to send Shaw the wrong way. Good build-up play here from the opposition, moving it around nicely. Oh my lord, well, you can't even be mad about that. 2-2 levels it up. What a goal, a beautiful, beautiful passing sequence. And they left us for dead. It wasn't even poor defending. You got to peg that all down to a great sequence there. Excellent movement. I mean, I'd be very proud of that, scoring that if it was us, but we got to be careful now here. Another goal would set us behind with a loss, obviously, and we're looking to get a goal ourselves. All 3 points is what we're obviously expecting in this match. Charles sees that one out, but only a couple minutes remaining in the match. Can we get one more opportunity? No. The whistle blows. We've dropped points again. Really, really disappointing run here. I really thought we should have won that, but unfortunately for us, it's 2 points dropped, 1 point apiece. Now we move on. All right, well, we take on our next opposition, 7th place, and our spot really starting to slip with some of these matches. I gotta try something different here. We're going 3 at the back. Let's see if an attacking formation can't help us out up top. With that said, let's get to it. All right, well, a new formation and time to try out something just a little bit different. Like I said earlier, I think we just need some help up top. Our defense, really, despite missing players like Hawkins and Çalhanoğlu, has been solid anyways. I mean, overall, we still have the best defense in the league, but it's that attacking firepower. We're just not scoring enough goals. We're doing decent in terms of keeping clean sheets, obviously not in the last game, but, you know, overall, I think we're looking pretty solid. We just need someone to make a difference. Skripski looking to be that man up top, and he's threatening. He gets the start up in a front two this time around. Skripski, I think he's a little bit wasted out there on the wing maybe. More of the problem is we just don't have anyone better to play there, so being the faster striker, he is our option out there on the left-hand side, but I think it would suit him a little bit more to be part of a front two or maybe even just an out-and-out striker. He's done pretty well when played centrally, but with the personnel we have, we just can't afford too much of that. We don't have too many out-and-out wingers. Farfan, obviously, our surefire bet out on the right-hand side, but Sane and Berisha haven't quite looked up to it yet, so Skripski has been the one up there looking for a clever little back heel, sending it back for Theo Jaggi running into space, but it didn't quite come off that time. Schalke looking to play out from the back. And really, despite our efforts sending a lot of balls forward, it's been a pretty uneventful first half. So big news in the second half is that Chandan finally comes on. He's returned from injury, not quite fully fit yet, but a little bit of desperation maybe. We throw him up top alongside Skripski, looking for some kind of opportunity, looking for a little clever ball through, and it doesn't come off for him. Chandan, his composure up front, already making a difference for this team. Bujaleb looking to play him through, but unfortunately for us, Chandan not quite blessed, rather, with all the pace in the world, and without Egal Brook up top, we're definitely missing that element of our strike force, but we're going for the experience in this one as we need to just see some of these games through. Chandan looking for a way through, finding Skripski, not too bad the pass, maybe just a little too light there, and Skripski not quick enough to get there. We are vulnerable on the counterattack here with 3 at the back. Becker closing down. It's good build-up play here. Looking for a way through. top of the box. Poor defending there. Alou slides in, and it's in the back of the net. 68 minutes into the match, we find ourselves down. Despite throwing everything we have at it, not a lot of chances to show in this match. And I gotta say, I mean, I don't feel like we've been the better team or anything. I can't blame it on a lack of finishing even. It's not like we created many chances. It's just been poor from Schalke, and we look to be on our way to a defeat here. Can we turn this game around, or at least just prevent things from getting worse here as they look to double their lead? Top of the box, blocked again, and barely away. It's back into the mix, and Himmelman forced into a save, with the game really turning on us now. Sidi Sane trying to close down there on the wing. Little ball roll, frustration here as we try to win the ball back. The opposition happy to hang on for it, or hang on to it rather, with 10 minutes remaining. Bujaleb looking to play through. Finds the feet of Skripski. Sane, excellent pace, into space. Sidi Sane, wide of the post. Well, hopefully that was not our last chance of the game, but it was a very, very good opportunity. Through on goal, couldn't quite finish it. It seems to be a running theme with some of our younger players. A lot of promise, but just that lack of end product. Himmelman tips it over. That could have been a second goal against us here with not a lot of time left. We are desperate for just one more chance here. Even if it could just pull one goal back for us and pull away a draw. Sidi Sane lays it off, and the pass lets him down. Bozdogan was sprinting into space, and unfortunately, if we can't get one more opportunity in their direction, that might be game. As the ball is won back. Redondo sprinting into space. Whistle blows. Hugely, hugely disappointing result for Schalke as we drop all 3 points this time. Stumbling form is letting us down, and our position up there at the top of the table starting to slip just a little bit. Really disappointing stuff. All right, well, we're down to 4th place, 26 games into the season, level on points with 3rd place. But, I mean, things are just not looking good the way they are. We need some of these key players to return to the mix, and we need to find something to just make the difference for us. We take on Bayern Munich's 2nd team up next. Let's get straight back into action here. All right, well, notable addition to the squad today, Hugo Hawkins is fit and ready for action. This is exactly what I've been calling for. I think we need that composure in the back line. Despite being pretty young in terms of age, he's a very experienced player. Obviously, having played at the highest level for us with Chelsea, made Champions League appearances, and at only 20 years old, he really is one of the more experienced players in the squad. We've noticed that with his absence in the back line. A little bit of a mistake there from Himmelman, but I think he pulled back because he knew it was offsides, and although it ends up in the back of the net, the flag goes up here. And we're looking to turn the tide here in this game. Bujaleb playing out on the left-hand side with Brook up top and Shandon behind him, and Igal Brook makes the difference in the box. That's the kind of play he lives for. Threw in on goal and volleys it into the back of the net, keeping it simple and using his positioning sense to create the opportunity. Lovely, lovely stuff. Schalke find themselves in front, much better from the team already, and hopefully this is the sign of better things in this match. It has not been a great run of games for us this episode. We really desperately need a win here, so we'll take whatever we can get at this point. Even if we just see it through to another 1-0, we'll take it. Igal Brook. This is much better from Schalke. Oaks out on the left-hand side, cuts it back. Bujaleb, lovely build-up play. Chandon, little dink over the top. Oh, what a build-up to that goal it would have been, but unfortunately for us, it does not result in one. And we got to be careful coming back at our own end here. Bayern Munich building up pressure, but we see this one out. Clever link-up play. Chandon finds Bozdogan into space, lays it off. Brook, oh, that final pass couldn't quite sneak its way through, but Brook applying the pressure, and he wins the ball back, makes up for that mistake for sure, using his pace to find a bit of space out on the right-hand side, cuts it back for Fan, clever flick through, Bozdogan, surely it's a goal. Lovely stuff from Schalke, you'll love to see it. Well, that first pass was a mistake from Brook, but he made up for it, and then some by making all the space for the rest of these players down the wing. Lovely flick through from Farfan, just a little bit of improvisation in the final third, and the man running onto it again. Bozdogan, a fair few goals to his name already, playing as the more deep midfielder between him and Bujaleb, but he's finding goals where he can. Bujaleb out there on the left-hand side now. Early ball in, looking for Brook to curl it in, and hopefully the whistle blows here. We see this one out. It does. 2-0. That is exactly the kind of result we needed after a disappointing couple of matches. Schalke grab all 3 points. We're back to winning ways, and hopefully for us with players like Chandon and Hawkins, Huntelaar all back in the mix, this will be the sign of better things for the rest of the season as we come towards the tail end. Great win, and we move on. All right, well, unfortunately for us, that win wasn't enough to dig us out of the little hole that we built. We're still in fourth, still level on points, but I do back us to turn things around in the coming episodes as we get back to top form with our best players back and eligible for the starting 11 here. But that will come next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, please consider subscribing if you've been enjoying this content. It helps the channel out a ton. And I'll be back soon with next episode, but until then, I'm Respect the Jeff, and I'll see you next time.